Okay, to our next story. You know, kidnap kingpin Chukwudumeme Onwuamadike, popularly known as Evans, wants to come to equity if it gives his soul peace. He has applied for a plea bargain with the Lagos State government in his ongoing trial. You know, his lawyer, Emefo Etudo, while addressing the court, admitted that his client was a young man consumed by crime, but he is now a repentant person. He is penitent. He revealed that Evans scored A's in all his papers in the NECO examination and is now a 200-level student of the National Open University of Nigeria, NOUN. He has offered to surrender all his ill-gotten property as part of the plea bargain if the court considered his plea on compassionate grounds.
That is, to me, that's arrant nonsense. Why is it arrant nonsense? People may not know it. Evans is one of the biggest kidnappers ever. Tucci and the others have, yes, they have a lot of soldiers and all that. But this is a man who was collecting minimum of $1 million per the person that they kidnapped. And he was kidnapping people that were known to him.
Oh, yeah.
They were known to him, businessmen, because he has this logistics company. So he was able to know when your goods have arrived and when you've done things. And then he now has a set of fully armed people who attack these people. In the course of doing this kidnapping, they've killed people. In fact, one of these major transporter who escaped, they killed his orderly, they killed the driver. They've killed so many people. They've injured so many people.
Yeah.
That, so how can you now come and say that you want plea bargain? You are repentant. You want to give up your property. It's just that the will of justice,
which were property which were not yours in the first place.
Which was because if you look at it, $1 million is over 1.7 billion.
Okay.
And that is what this guy was collecting from each person that he kidnapped. And for the people that came to trial, more than 8 of them that are traders within that Amuwo angle. So how can you come now and say that you are repentant? What about those people that you have killed? What about the trauma that you made a lot of people go through? I think it should be brought to justice. This is not the issue of that you are repentant. That is, repentance is for God. It's for people that want to go to heaven.
It's the ultimate.
Yes, it should be made to pay for his crime.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because at a time like this, you look at the accused. You consider what he has done.
But I have no pity for him at all. If he likes, let him bag all the degrees in the world. We are told now that it's in 200 level, he's called Ace in NECO and all that. Even 15-year-olds score better grades in not just NECO, in the school certificate, West African school certificate exam, they go abroad, they excel. So he's trying to curry the favor of Nigerians after taking people's lives. He has cases even outside Lagos. So when we are trying to give the feeling that, oh, this thing is limited to Lagos. He kidnapped people outside of Lagos and he has cases, multiple cases.
Wow.
So he's supposed to actually go to multiple, he's supposed to suffer multiple convictions, and each of those convictions will be life imprisonment, if not death, minimum. So this is not the time to try to play on our emotions.
Oh, yeah.
What do you say to families of his victims? They will live with that trauma for the rest of their lives. The best we can give them is to ensure that justice is served. Justice has been served. He's been put in the slammer all the while. But there are other cases pending. So it's like you committed offense in Edo State, you committed in Imo. You will be tried in all of those places. You are not going
that's
to.
what the law
There's no
says.
way they will consolidate those cases because they originate from different jurisdictions.
Yeah.
So he should stop, his lawyer should stop disturbing us about the fact that, oh, he's studying political science now. If he like, let him study aeronautical engineering. People are not bothered. He is one of the people who opened people's eyes to the quantum of money in kidnapping.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Before now, we never had of billionaire kidnappers. People who kidnap,
and
just
to
a
think-
little money that they will take and leave you alone. He was the one who started the art of kidnapping people and asking to be paid in foreign currency.
In foreign currency.
Because he was not just kidnapping small people. He was kidnapping billionaires. You know? And he had gadgets, dozens of gadgets, so many phones. It was extremely difficult for the police to track him. And on the day they actually got him in that is Magodo residence, it was good riddance to bad rubbish.
Yeah, yeah.
The police were relieved. Nigerians were generally relieved. People, his neighbors did not actually know that that was what he was doing because he kept perfectly to himself. Today, they are singing a new tune. You see, because we suffer from national amnesia.
Amnesia, yeah.
We easily forget the past. People who brought us down, within a short time, Nigerians will be hailing them. They've forgotten. That is what his lawyer is trying to, to do now. Believing that, oh, at this time, not many people still think about him anymore. But the victims, the family members of the victims cannot forget.
Yeah.
And they will never forget a country that allows a man who killed innocent people to get away. They will never forget. That's not even how to build a nation.
Mayor, I remember a little Yoruba here. I hope it helps. I'll try a translation. The Yorubas say, "Ashekpamo lowa, ashegbeosi," loosely meaning you may hide a wrongdoing, but you could never get away with it.
Absolutely. Because, and in his own case, it was because at that time we had the Super Cup who has problem now.
Okay.
And who is behind bars now.
Yeah.
He was the one that was able to track him. It took the Nigerian police years. They could not track him because he has a lot of phones. And he doesn't use that thing. And the way, even his way of life, ironically, he used to do his nails. He used to do his manicure and pedicure where I used to do mine. In fact, the same person used to do it for us. And when he was arrested, they were telling me that, oh, you didn't remember the guy, because when he wants to come and do his nails, he comes in and tell them to do it quickly. He doesn't spend more than 15, 20 minutes. He will tell them not to do so much time. He doesn't talk to anybody. He will just come in and do that and give people a lot of money and leave. And people used to wonder that there's something about this guy because he won't talk to anybody till he leaves there. And it was you, but luckily, why they were able to trace him was that because when they got one of his girlfriends, the one because there was a particular phone, all these local, not the major, because there was a friend of ours who works with one, let's say, major, who the Super Cup called and said, this number, we can't seem to know what the telecom company do that.
Yeah,
we can't help us confirm from your people which telecom company uses this. And then the person spoke to the MD of that, who now told them that, oh, they should get in touch, it was one of these smaller telecommunication companies. So they got in touch with that MD, and they were able to trace him to Magodo.
Wow.
Without that, he would have escaped. In fact, he was about to escape to Ghana. Because he knew now that they were closing on him because they were able to identify one of his girlfriends that caused that problem. If not, it was invisible for about 7-8 years. And the police could not even have found out about the thing. And he kept doing it. And not only that, he was so mean because he had different gangs. Because when they arrested his body, they were saying that he was able to it was impossible to trace him because he had different gangs. So each gang does not really know who the real top boss was.
Yes.
That
was his trick.
Yes, they just knew the commander that
they didn't have direct access.
They don't have direct access to him.
So, which means if they catch them, they may not be able to take them to him
because they you know, those armed gangs, they have their own boss who leads them to do operations. So he just informed them that go to this person, go to that person. So how can that? It was a very mean, one of the meanest, vicious kidnappers. So how can he say one
gentlemen,
baggage?
do you know that kidnapping is the other name for armed robbery?
Yes,
only
of course.
that you don't shoot too many bullets.
So they are even more wicked than armed robbers.
More wicked.
They are more wicked than armed robbers. Okay, look at. I was listening to one audio clip of a kidnapper negotiating with the family of a victim, and he was asking for 100 and something million, and they said, we don't have this money. So they pleaded. They said, okay, can you reduce this thing? They've already sold their plot of land. Hi. This guy was just saying, no, it has to be 50 or nothing. That look, hi. I have fired him one bullet. I still have more. So the guy was fired in the buttocks, so that when he's talking to his relations, he will tell them the pain is going through. So that they will now do something urgently. But the kidnapping thing, the meanness with which these guys operate makes me think that we should declare a national emergency on kidnapping.
Oh, yeah. Agreed.
Whatever we need to do to smash these guys, we need to do it. Because
but BKO, know
so
that
many lives are being lost. Do you know that sometimes they'll kidnap somebody who is permanently on drugs, maybe a diabetic patient. Okay. And he won't have access to his drugs. In the process, he will die.
And they will still collect the money.
They will collect the money.
They will lie. That
there is a guy, a journalist, who told me that they collected money 2 times on his dad, only for them to tell them to go to so place and pick up your dad. It was his remains that they picked up there.
Oh boy.
They would know that the person is dead, or yet they will come. I've never seen people as mean as these boys.
You know,
and somebody will now be talking of this. Let's just leave that
just spoke now. BKO just spoke now about a national emergency. My state, Akwa Ibom, has criminalized kidnapping to the point of making it a capital offense.
More and more states are doing it.
So,
more and more states are doing it.
But I'm waiting to see the first kidnapper.
You see, part of the problem is that our governors are not showing enough courage to sign all these debts.
Even if they send people to debt,
yes, when they send them to debt, they don't do that. Because you see, it is important.
And only the governor can sign a death warrant.
Yes, only the governors. And they are not doing it. They are not signing it. I don't know why. They are not signing it. But they need to do that because
many of them
when
say,
people know,
they don't want
when
blood
people know
on
that they
their
can
hands.
get away with something,
they
will do it.
But you can send talks to go and kill people.
Crime should have
Maybe
consequences.
they killed somebody in Osun the other day.
Yes.
Is it not politicians that send them to go and kill them? You can send people to kill your political opponents, but you cannot sign death warrant. It's the height of hypocrisy.
It is.